ahead.
This meeting is being recorded.
Fancy. So we thank you guys for coming to the 5th and final week of quarantine chat. So we have been in here since April the 27th. And we've had speakers every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday to talk to us about different topics. So on Mondays, we've had Money Grab Mondays. On Wednesdays, we've had Work and Career Wednesdays. And then on Thursdays, we've had Tactical Thursdays, where we have colleges that come and talk to us about their school. And then they also talk to us about different topics. So today we have some of my favorite people from the Upward Bound program, and they're going to talk to you guys about a fabulous program that they have at the college. It's a national program that helps students get ready for college. So before we get started, just want to make sure that you guys know that you're all muted, but at any time, if you have any questions at all, you can feel free to unmute yourselves. If you don't want to speak verbally, then you can always put something in the chat. But this is going to be very interactive, and it's only a few of you guys. So since you have them to yourself, you have an opportunity to ask as many questions as you want. And so also just a reminder to you guys, and I don't know if I told you, tomorrow is the last day of quarantine chats. And actually the time is going to change to 11:30. So tomorrow we have Mr. Alan Painter that's coming from Dickinson College to talk to you guys about essays and letters of recommendation. So those are going to be really key sessions that you sit in on, because as you know, a number of schools have waived their SATs and ACT requirements. And so they're going to be depending more on your letters of recommendations and essays. And so I wanted to make sure that I got Mr. Painter here, and the only way I could do it was to change the time to 11:30. So for him, I did that. So please make sure that you're here, and if you can remind anybody else that's normally here to be here tomorrow at 11:30, and I'll actually send you guys the invite in the chat. All right? So now, drum roll. So now we have Mr. Dan Tursak from Montgomery County Community College, and Miss Angela Ferrenson. I never say your name right, even though I should know. It's Ferrenson? What is it?
It's Ferrenson, but it's all good. I'll answer to either one.
I should, because I've eaten with you enough that I should know. I mean, she's only my other boss that I have at Monto. Ferrenson. I've been calling you Ferranici for 2 years, but anyway.
Oh, okay, and I've answered, right? I've answered, yes.
So they're going to talk to you about the program, and I'm also a part of the program. I'm the college and career readiness instructor for the summer program and for the whole year program that they're going to talk to you guys about. So you'll be spending some more time with me as well. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to them, and you guys can take it away. And if you see me disappearing, I do a little clip to put on Facebook, and then I'll pop right back on.
Well, first of all, thank you for the introduction and inviting us over here to the quarantine chat. And if before we start, I would like to get a little bit of feedback. Just maybe tell me what grade you're in, and if you ever heard of the Upward Bound program or nobody that's in it, just to get a little bit of an idea what you guys already know. So you can type it if you like in the chat, or you can unmute. Okay. Kayla's in 10th grade, Joel. Okay, so it seems like pretty much everyone here is a 10th grader. Is that correct? All right. And have you heard of Upward Bound before? Or is this kind of a new thing? Okay. Well, good. Yeah, so I'm glad I have a chance then to share that information with you. So I'm going to, share some slides. I hope you don't mind. But feel free to just, if you ever have a question, put it in the chat group. I'll respond to it, and try to pay attention to that. So just a little clarification. Angela and I work through Montgomery County Community College. We're part of the Upward Bound program there. And so let me share right here, I think. Okay, hopefully you can all see that. So I've been with the program for about a year now, and so it's been a wonderful experience for me. Just a little bit of background about myself. Previously, I was working in China as a instructor at universities there for a combined total of 10 years. And then my family and I moved back to the US, and I've been working at Monco. So now last summer, we recruited some people from Pottstown and Norristown. Those are the population groups we work with. And we gave them like a little competition here to kind of make some memes for Upward Bound. And if they, did that, they won a jacket, which I'll show you in a bit here. So I kind of just popped some of these memes in here in our presentation. Sorry for the background noise. So, and again, the staff, me, I'm the coordinator, and Angela is our director. Those are our emails and phone numbers. If you ever want to reach us at any time, feel free. If you have additional questions, if you want to join, or, maybe there's someone that would like to join the program or want to ask some questions. So please feel free to reach out to us at any time, email, phone. I'm available whenever possible. So, and what is the Upward Bound program? It is a college prep program. That's generally how it's defined, but I do want to open up a little bit larger than that, because usually when you think college prep, you're thinking, oh, you're going to a 4-year university or college getting a traditional degree. And that's not necessarily the case of all of our students. Some of them, maybe go to a 4-year university. I think probably the majority of them. But some of them maybe just do a community college, maybe do a 2-year program. Some maybe go to training school, automotive, cosmetology, nursing, whatever it is. If you have a plan beyond high school, you want to get some education, some training, we can help you. That is what the Upward Bound program does. So it is a federally funded program. So the federal government gives us the money, and we use that on our students. It's been happening at Monco for over 10 years now. And we serve specifically Pottstown and Norristown high school students. So that's why I'm happy to be able to talk to you guys, because you're one of our key demographics. So again, what do? We help students achieve that goal of beyond high school. Help them develop skills, help them to work on their study habits, discipline, motivate them, and just keep them informed about what they need to do, how to prepare, how to be successful, both in high school and beyond. So whether that's, one-on-one tutoring, whether that's, advising, we provide, courses in math and science, things like that. And we also do have like events, speakers, trips that we, just try to give our students experiences that they wouldn't necessarily have. And we're always open to, ideas, suggestions from our students to tailor it. We want to make it, a program that they feel invested in. So again, I kind of already touched on some of the things that we do, that we offer. So as a coordinator, I do, work with the students. I talk to them individually. Normally, before all this happened, I would actually be in the high schools. Every month, I would be there doing check-ins. So I would have a one-on-one session, maybe 15, 20 minutes with each student, going over their grades, going over their plans, and just a time for them to share any concerns that they might have. And then, we'd also have a lunch and learn session at the high schools monthly, where I would come to the library actually. And, in the back, by the windows, I bring a bunch of food, sometimes pizzas or cheesesteaks or, other kinds of sandwiches, things like that. And just share some information, see how everyone's doing, maybe have a little activity. Sometimes we even had a guest speaker. For instance, we had someone come to talk about financial aid, because that's, how do you pay for college? So just getting prepared for that. And then we'd also have every month on the third Saturday, usually, we'd actually bring our students to either the Pottstown campus or our Bluebell campus. and give them classes. We'd have English, science, math, career readiness. Sometimes we do SAT prep sessions for, juniors or seniors, and just, help them build up their skills. And we'd also provide breakfast and lunch. So that's the regular kind of programming we used to do. Now, obviously that's changed. Now everything's virtual, and we've actually kind of made it more of a weekly process. So now every week we have a math session, we have a science session, we have a general chat session. And I'm still, trying to connect and meet online with our students individually, if they need tutoring. Some of our students wanted some help with their Spanish, and we have a Spanish instructor. So we set up a Spanish tutoring session. So, we're just trying to help our students succeed and support them emotionally, academically, in whatever way that we can. And we're still planning to do trips and things like that. Now it's going to have to be a virtual trip, but we want to do some virtual college tours, maybe some museum tours, maybe just have some kinds of like games, activities, maybe karaoke. I don't know if any of you like to sing, or maybe you can share off your dance moves, things like that. Just chances to share, have fun, and connect with the other students in the program, since we can't do it in a physical space. So now, obviously, people who join the program, they'll build their skills, they'll build their knowledge, they'll help, themselves with preparing for college. But there are also material benefits, meaning we give you stuff. And sometimes that's a little bit more of a motivation than just saying, hey, I have better study skills, right? So I actually want to show you a couple things that we have here. So give me a second. So, first of all, we do give money to our students. If you participate in an event, even online, we will record that and put in money. So I think for online sessions, you earn $5, and we have a couple each week. So throughout the week, you can earn maybe $10, $15. By the end of the month, you may make, about $40 or so. So we do have, money to give to our students for participation. We're going to have a summer academy, which I'll talk a little bit more, and we provide $100 for that. So you don't pay anything for this program. There's nothing that students give. You don't have to pay for your meals. You don't have to pay for any of the material that we might provide, whether it's books or, worksheets, things like that. We actually pay you. We pay you to join our events. We pay you to go on our trips. When we get back to more normal situations, we'll be paying for meals. Sometimes we have overnight trips, we're paying for the hotels, things like that. And, we also give things like t-shirts. We have this nice jacket that we gave out. Now, this is more of an award, something you can earn. Like some of the people who did the memes, they got this jacket. I'll try to show it to you a little bit here. So it's a red jacket. It's pretty nice. It's got a Monco logo on the sleeve. It's got the Trio Upward Bound program logo on the front. It's got a hood. It's pretty, that can tuck in. It's got like a little back. And it, it's pretty water resistant. It's a nice jacket, So that's something that you can get from being part of the program. But we give all of our students at least backpacks. I think I have one here. So here's the backpack we gave out, I think, last summer to our students who joined. And, we also filled it with a water bottle, notebooks, pens, and just some other material. So, things that you can hopefully use in your classes, use at home. So yeah, we want you to have this stuff, of course, as an incentive, but also we hope that it's something that can be useful for you in your study, in your daily life. And just help you feel like you're part of the community. So let me double check. I think we might have gotten some did we get some chat here? Okay. Yeah. Oh, Nicole said the food is amazing. Yeah, we try to make sure that there's some good food. we want our students to be satisfied with that. So we've gotten, Chick-fil-A, I think I brought one time. We got like Chipotle burritos at one point, and just, some good local restaurants. We try to get some good food for you guys. So I think it kind of pushed me back. Okay. So yeah, we do have a summer academy. It's a 6-week long program. We do it every year, and we're starting this year as an online program. Obviously, everything is still kind of shut down. The college campus is shut down, and we're not sure when those things will exactly be open. So for the summer, definitely, it's going to be virtual, and we'll see what happens with the fall. But we're still trying to make it interesting, trying to make it rewarding to our students. And it will follow a similar pattern to our regular summer. Basically, again, it's 6 weeks. We're starting June 22nd, and it goes till the end of July. And Monday through Friday, we have academic classes in the morning. So again, this is a time you'll have English, you'll have science, you'll have math, you'll have career readiness with Miss Mitchell. So those things are, you'll be getting some training, keeping you fresh over the summer so that, when you start in the fall, you're not like forgot everything. And actually, our teachers, our instructors really try to prepare you for what you're going to take in the fall, in the following school year. So, if you're going to take geometry next school year, then our instructor is going to prepare you for geometry. If you're going to take biology or chemistry, they're going to prepare you for those classes, so that you have an advantage in your courses in the school year. So it's really beneficial for you there. And again, you can earn some money. We award $100 for participation, up to $100. Now, just to be clear, we do have an application for a regular program, and we do have an application for our summer. So you'd have to actually fill out 2 different applications. And the summer is a part of our regular program. So if you're joining for the summer, we do, you're supposed to join for the whole year-long program. And this is a program that will follow you throughout high school. So most of you are sophomores, right? I think every one of you. And then next year you'll be a junior. So we will follow you through your junior year, through your senior year, and just making sure you are successful, and making sure you're keeping up your grades. If you need help, we'll help you out. And again, the summer is just part of that process, part of that program. So we really hope that you can join. If you're joining the program, interested in the program, that you join for the summer as well. And again, every summer we will have a summer academy. Okay. And just I thought I'd share some pictures of last year, our summer academy. So we had this up at our Bluebell campus. And some of them are, again, from Pottstown. Some of them are from Norristown. And I think we had about 25 students participate last summer. So it was a pretty good group. And, it was a blast. I enjoyed it personally. It really was a wonderful time to connect with our students, to really get to know them. And I think they really bonded with each other. Some of the Pottstown students, made close friendships with the Norristown students, and they continued to chat with each other, beyond the summer. And, sometimes we had a guest speaker. So here we had a speaker, who wrote a book on leadership, and he shared, I think, 2 sessions with our students, talking about, what are some of the skills to be successful, to be a leader in today's society. And we've had other speakers, some nationally recognized, some are local community members, to share their experiences to our students. There were some projects that they worked on. I think this was for one of their English courses, just kind of expressing themselves through words, through pictures, images. So, there are projects that you work on during the summer. Again, previously we would go to colleges. So this is Harcum College here. And actually they hosted an Upward Bound kind of event, so that it wasn't just Montco Upward Bound students. There were Upward Bound students from University of Penn, from Harcum, and I think from 1 or 2 other local colleges. So we all got together, met with the Upward Bound students, and made some connections there, and also learned about some of the programs at the colleges. And we try to do different events with other Upward Bound students. And obviously, we're visiting college campuses when things are more normal. One of the things that we did last summer is we took our students to Normandy Farms, which is a pretty fancy restaurant. Very nice, great food. And we asked our students to dress up, So they were putting on dresses, they were putting on nice shirts. We had an instructor to actually teach them how to properly use their utensils, how to have good manners in a formal meal setting. So again, this is part of the great food that we offer you. And while we can't probably do this summer, this is something we'd like to do again in the future, just have these kind of nice, neat, interesting experiences where students maybe didn't have the opportunity to experience that before. And here we went to New York, we went to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and then we went to the Lincoln Center. We got to actually go inside some of the auditoriums, and some of our students are very musically inclined. They love to sing and perform, so they had a chance to actually sing in this auditorium and hear the sound echoing in the room. It was just phenomenal. They loved it, and just listening to them was amazing too. They put on wonderful performances. So again, it's just having those experiences that can inspire you, can just kind of give you a new way of thinking about how you might want to choose to go after high school. What you might want to pursue as a career, as a field of study. So lastly, just talk a little bit about how to apply for the program. First of all, since this is all about the students, what do we expect from students? Now, we are not trying to get the top level students, 4.0 GPA. What we do want are students who are committed. We want students who plan to attend and stay in the program. This is not something that you just join and like, maybe I'll go today, maybe I won't go tomorrow, or I'm not so interested in it right now, maybe I'll join later. This is something we want you to attend regularly, to be committed to that. So in the summer, we do hope and expect you to be attending regularly. Obviously, maybe every day is not possible for you. You might have to take a day off or something to do some activity or whatever, help with at home. We understand those kind of situations, but it should still be a pretty regular attendance. And we have had to remove students from the program for not attending. So just to be aware of that. If you're just looking for something to participate for a little while, or just maybe when you feel like it, then this is not the program for you, because we do want you to attend on a daily, regular basis. And we do want students to, be respectful, respectful to our instructors, to our staffs, and also to each other, So we have a, higher expectation of Upward Bound students. And then lastly, while we don't need, again, those high GPAs, we do want students who are trying to take their grades and their studies seriously. So maybe you're struggling in math or science, but you want to improve. You want to succeed. You're trying. You're putting in effort there, and those are the areas we can help you. If you're struggling in science, we can help you with that. We have an instructor. We can do tutoring. We will have courses in science, so that you can build those skills and those grades up. And whichever area that you seem to be struggling is, that we will try our best to help you with that. So again, don't have to be the best student. Just have to be committed to it. Okay. And then as for the requirements to be in the program, so basically you have to be from Pottstown or Norristown in a high school student. So you guys are already at Norristown High School, so that part's already fulfilled, right? But if you know other students who are in Norristown or possibly Pottstown in the high schools there, share this with them. If it's something you think they'd be interested in, please share it with them. Or if you know someone who's going to start high school, we are recruiting, the 8th grade students who are finishing middle school and going into high school. They can join for the summer. Now, this program is meant to help families who have lower income levels than others. So there is an income requirement, and that's something your parents will have to help you fill out and share with us. And we do have kind of a lengthy application process, but this is a serious program. It's a program that will, again, follow you throughout high school. So there's a lot of information we need. So, there is a student form to fill out. There's a parent form. There's a recommendation letter you're going to need. I think I have that on the next page here. So yeah, again, one of our student memes here. So yeah, there's a portion, we have an online application, and there's one for students. So you just fill out that application. I think you have to attach a document. So, if you have your report card, you can share those grades with us. Try to take a picture or whatever you need and attach that onto the application. Then there's a part for the parents, and again, recommendation letter. So basically for the recommendation letter, we already have an online form. So you just send that to a teacher that knows you very well, or your counselor. So maybe Ms. Mitchell could possibly be that. Or, I don't know if your counselor could be Jeff McNamara or somebody else. Someone from the school, would probably fulfill that requirement, or, maybe a pastor or someone else that is not a parent or a relative can fill that for you. And then the other thing is you do have to write an essay. Now, it's about a 1-page essay, and it basically asks, I think I might have it on this. Maybe I don't. Sorry. Thought I had it on this presentation, but I don't. But it's basically 2 questions. What is your plan after high school? Is it, again, college? Is it, a training school? Do you have a particular field of study you're interested in? Are you interested in psychology, engineering, whatever? Just, share what those goals are. And then how can Upward Bound help you? Why would this be a good program for you to succeed in those goals? So, and just to be clear too, with the essay, I'm willing to help you with that. So if that's something you think you need some assistance, we can have a one-on-one, meeting, and we'll just plan out what you can say, make an outline, and just try to get that done. So you don't feel like, oh, that's so hard to write an essay. I will help you with that if you need it. Okay. And yeah, these are just some of the forms then, and I can send you this in an email. If you share your email with me, if you're interested in, I can give you the links to our application. So again, we have one for students, one for parents to fill out, and then that recommendation letter for a teacher or counselor or someone like that. And then we will need your current report card and PSSA scores. And if you don't have that, we can maybe work with the school trying to get that information. One last thing you'll need too is a W-9 form, and that's just a simple IRS tax form. It just has your name, address, social security, signature, and date. And basically that just allows us to send you checks so that the school needs that so that we can send you the money that you get from being in the program. And it goes to you. It's not your parents' W-9, it's yours. So the check goes to you, not your parents. Okay? Trying to think if there's any, I think there might
And Mr. Dan, I just
yeah.
Email Ms. Angela. Also, if you are able to, you can drop the link in the comments here, and that way the students can take them just in case they
definitely
don't get the email or don't have their Chromebook or whatever. They can have it now.
Okay. And yeah, so I can put that in that chat. Great. Oh, and one thing Angela mentioned, we are going to provide food even for the virtual summer academy. So I think we're trying to make arrangements with local restaurants where you can go and pick up the food, and again, that would be free for our students. So we're still kind of working that out, but we do want to provide meals to our students, even though we can't meet in person.
Mr. Dan, can I also share, this is Miss Angela, that we also have a parent university component to the program as well. And that just simply means that we conduct sessions for your parents virtually every couple of weeks. We did have a session about a week and a half ago, and as an incentive for the parents to participate in that session, we provided food up to $50 for each family. So I was on the phone calling Shake Shack. This is the credit card number. So-and-so parent will pick it up, or Rocco's Brick Oven Pizza. And so we definitely want to make sure we provide for your entire family as best we can.
Yeah.
As a part of being a part of this program. So that is just another incentive that we reach out to your parents, invite them to sessions that are interesting topics for them, and everyone benefits.
Yeah. And we normally would have like an end of year celebration where parents and family members can join. So we hope to do that again in the future once, again, things get a little more normal. And we also have people from the Upward Bound program who have graduated and, gone on to college or whatever, and they've come back and shared their experiences. And many of them were successful. They were, a lot of them went on to get master's degrees, and they all had, wonderful experiences from this program. And we hope to provide those experiences to you. So if you're joined, we're going to be committed to you, committed to supporting you, to seeing you through high school, and and still, have that connection even beyond. We are a family. I think the Upward Bound, program is more than just, instructors and students. I feel like, we are in this together, supporting one another. So you have us in your back corner cheering you on if you join. So I really hope you are interested in this and willing to apply. And again, I can help you with the application process. I can help you with the essay. If your parents have any questions, they can call me, they can email me. I'm happy to answer and talk to anyone about that. Again, I think this is going to be a big benefit to you if you're interested in any kind of study after high school.
And we will, as soon as we get back to our offices and the governor and everyone else says we can go back to our offices, we have swag. And swag is stuff that we will make sure that we get sent out to you that has Montgomery County Community College and Upward Bound, similar to the jacket that Mr. Dan shared. There are boxes waiting for us to open of stuff to be sent to you. We just couldn't send it out from home. So that is a part of the program as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're kind of hindered at the moment to send out that stuff, but we have it. It's sitting there, and once the campuses will open up, then we can, send that to our students. So keep that in mind. We do have stuff, like I shared. We have this backpack, we have jackets, we have T-shirts, we have water bottles, we have, I think a bunch of other stuff. I can't remember all the things that Angela ordered, but we have stuff not just for our students, but for our parents too. To share with them and help them. So, at some point we'll be giving those out. Okay. So yeah. Lastly, again, there is a summer application. Now this link, actually, I think we're changing the application, so I'll have a new link probably for that. But there will be a separate application for the summer. And, each summer it's going to be a different program, different dates, different plans. So there'll be an application every year for that. But the regular application will just be a one-time thing. And then, I'm leaving this open then for any questions you might have. I'm happy to, try my best to answer anything, any concerns you might have or whatever. If you want more information on something, please feel free to ask. We do have a website there. It's www.mc3.edu/UB. One thing to mention is I think our website is still being updated. Currently, it talks more about the regular kind of program, and we are updating it to have talk about the virtual nature now. And we're going to have the application links there as well. But I will share that again with you in email. Okay. So any questions?
Guys, this is your time to ask your questions. So if you want to unmute yourselves and ask the question, you can do that. If you want to put them in the chat, you can do that. All right. So make sure you ask all your questions.
I wanted to ask, was the email like sent to specific students?
Which email? Which email?
Like, is it for specific students, or like, is it like for anyone?
Okay, so Mr. Tursek, she came in a little bit later because I think it was a mix-up. It was 2 links, one for Google Meets and one for
Gotcha.
Zoom. So she came in halfway, so she missed the part about the criteria.
Gotcha. So just to repeat that, the Upward Bound program serves Pottstown and Norristown high school students. So right there, as a Norristown student, you're already fulfilled that requirement. The other requirement is that is a family income level. So this is kind of meant for families who have lower income than average, and there are specific kind of guidelines as to what they are, and it depends on how many people are in the house. So if there's 3 people living in the household, there's a certain level. If it's 5 or 7, then the amount increases. It's on our application. So I think on the parent form, when they go into that, it will list out the different requirements for that. And obviously, it's a little tricky, I think, this year because some families, maybe we're doing pretty good last year, but this year, there's a lot of people lost jobs or been on furlough. So income levels might be lower this year, and we can work with that and try to fulfill that requirement. Okay. Any other questions?
Ms. Kalia, did that answer the question that you had? I wanted to make sure that I gave him the right response for you too.
Yeah, it answered the question. A lot of people mispronounce my name, but it's Celia.
Oh,
Sorry.
Celia. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try to remember that if you join.
Let me write that down.
Okay. And about the essay, like, what do we write it about?
Okay. It's 2 questions, and I'll pop that up right now. But give me a sec. I'm going to put it in the chat. But basically, it's what is your educational plans after high school? So what is your intention? Are you going to go to university or college or training school? And then also, how can the Upward Bound program help you with that? So it's basically 2 questions. It's 1 page, about 300 words, I believe. And honestly, that again, this is something I can help you with. If maybe that's not a strong suit for you, if you have trouble writing essays, we can schedule a session where I assist help you with that. And I'm going to send this right here. So yeah. So does that answer the question? I think.
And Miss Celia, what grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
Junior.
I'm going to be a junior.
Okay. And then we had a couple of more people pop in after you did the grades, Mr. Tursek. So if anybody else popped in after the first 15 minutes, can you put what grade you're in the chat? Because I know I saw Johnny come in, Alondra pop back in. It was maybe one more student. So no, Johnny's in 10th grade as well.
Okay.
And also, Mr. Dan, can you put our contact information, and everyone, my name is Miss Angela, our contact information up so that if any students need to call us, you can reach us at any time. Well, I don't know about Mr. Dan, but I'll speak for myself. You can reach me at any time, and then you can email us at any time as well to ask us any questions even after you log off. So Mr. Dan can certainly put our information up as well so that you can jot that down if you'd like.
So here's my information. So again, that's my email and that's my personal cell. So if you call or text that number, you're going to get me.
I'll put my information out.
Okay. I was going to copy and paste it, but
Okay, sounds good.
I have it up here from the slide. Okay. And there's Angela. So again, I'm the coordinator and Angela's the director. And please share these emails numbers with your parents or guardians, because they might have questions or concerns about the program, and we'd love to talk to them about it.
Kayla, did you have a question? I thought I saw something in the chat. Oh yes, will the program be every day, Mr. Dan?
Okay, so it's not, well, for the summer, it's pretty much every day. It's Monday through Friday for 6 weeks. So you have the weekends off, but it basically takes place in the morning. So I know some people are concerned about, having a summer job or something like that. So there is, opportunities to still work if you're interested. I think currently our summer program, it will be occurring from 9 till 12 in the mornings. So about 3 hours of classes and maybe a little hangout at the end. And that's Monday through Thursday. And then Friday, we're going to do, some more like an activity. Again, maybe a campus tour, a virtual tour, or, a museum tour, or, again, a talent show, sharing a project, something like that. Online game kind of activity. So, but yeah, Monday through Thursday, it's the academic classes, then Friday is kind of a special event.
And I don't know if all of you caught this, you will get $100, not your parents, but a check made out to you at the conclusion of the 6-week summer program.
Yes. And again, you'll be earning money too throughout the school year for every activity. Just again, for our current activity that we're having during the school year, we have a session on Monday, general chat for everyone to join. We have a Monday tutoring session, and we have on Tuesdays, and we have did I say Monday session? Math session, and then a science session on Thursday. So it's not every day, but we do have things throughout the week. And not all of our students currently are taking a math or need help with math or science, so they don't have to attend those things. They're just there for the opportunity if you want and need some help. So yeah, it's not necessarily every day, but if you need help regularly, if you need tutoring frequently, those are things that we can provide.
All right, any more questions while you guys have them? This is what your fourth presentation you guys have done in the last 2 weeks? Fourth one, they did this one special just for you guys.
We have one tonight at 7 too. So.
Ooh.
I have a question. So, school is apparently supposed to start in August. So when does and the program is for 6 weeks. So how would that work?
Our summer academy starts June 22nd and it ends on July 31st. So
okay.
By that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'll get a summer vacation.
Like I said, you'll still have, afternoons free, you'll still, and evenings, you'll still have weekends. So, and, probably most of you are going to be stuck at home anyway. So why not, join this program,
And make some money.
Yeah, make money, be prepared for your classes next year, get some experience and, knowledge about college. And you get to see Miss Mitchell on a daily basis. Any other questions?
I have one more question.
Please.
So if this wasn't done virtually, will we go to Monco and complete the program?
Yeah. So as I think you missed the beginning, right? Normally we would have stuff happening in the high schools. So, during the school year, I would be, visiting Norristown, visiting Pottstown, doing check-ins every month, having a lunch and learn session once a month there. And then we'd have once a month on a Saturday, we would bus our students to either the Pottstown or the Bluebell campus. During the summer, we would normally have that on one of our campuses. Last year we had it at Bluebell. This year we were planning to have it at our Pottstown campus, but obviously that's not happening. So maybe next year, hopefully. But yes, so our classes would happen on our campuses, but there would be meetings, check-ins, stuff happening at your high schools as well. Any other questions?
You guys are asking some great questions.
Okay. Oh, what are the courses I see here from Johnny? So we do provide usually courses in English, science, math, and career readiness. We also, for the summer, have been offering Spanish classes. And, we even still been doing some Spanish tutoring recently. So, those are the classes we offer. But sometimes we do some things like for the summer, we might do some special activities. Last summer, we had a ceramics class. We had like 3 classes, where people were making their, like pots and stuff like that. So, they got a little dirty. They got to make something with their hands. And again, when we can have a physical kind of program again, where we can meet face to face, we hope to do those sort of things again. I believe last spring, we offered a computer class that offered college credit too. So sometimes, we might have a course that you can earn credits to college. You can start already working on your college degree while you're in high school. So those are just some of the opportunities you can have. And again, those things are free. So, taking a college class for free, that's a big deal because college is pretty expensive. So any credit you can get that you don't have to pay for really helps.
All right, so we have last call for our questions. This is some great information, you guys, and especially with everything going on right now with COVID, you want to take advantage of any opportunities that you can virtually to get information and get a head start. Because remember, we talked about the SATs. I think I said this at the beginning, the SATs and the ACTs, and how a lot of colleges are waiving those requirements now. So colleges are going to be depending more and more on your grades, more and more on your essays, and more on your letters of recommendations. And so you can get help with all of those things in this program. The different teachers that tutor you, especially, science and math and English, to help you write better. And actually we do essays over the summer. We work on your personal statement. So I do the college and career readiness class, and I work in conjunction with the English teacher for you to do your personal statement. And then the English teacher will actually edit your statement for you. So, how often do you have somebody to have time to be able to, work on those things? And if you are really ahead of the game, you can try to come prepared with all of your essays and see if they can get edited over the summer and over the course of the year. Because they have the student to teacher ratio is very small. And so people have a lot of time to help you. And so definitely, if you guys meet the criteria, once you go through it with your parents, this is a great opportunity for you guys to have something else on your resume and just another network of positive people to surround yourself with.
And the instructors are really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like the students come in asking for the instructors. I'm like, what about me? so definitely you'll enjoy yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We have great staff here. And just to, repeat a little bit about what Ms. Mitchell just shared, the colleges and universities are going to be looking more at your grades and your extracurricular activities. So being in a program like Upward Bound, something you can put, in your application and mention in your statement, I think will help. Another thing too, we pay for AP testing. So, if that's something you're considering, if you want to take some AP courses, we can cover those costs. So again, it's giving you a lot of advantages here. And I think there's a question here from Kayla about scholarships. So yeah, I know this recently we were informed about 2 different scholarships, and we shared that information with our students. and we will help you, writing the essay to apply for those scholarships. So those are things that we can help you to achieve, just to learn what are the different scholarships around and help you to apply for them.
I have two more questions.
Sure.
So for our grades, do we like show you our current grades right now?
Yeah, you can share what you have. And if you do get your final report card, please, send that to us as well. And we can, once we have, one of the things that your parents will have to fill out is a release of information. I think you have to sign it too. Basically allowing the school to share your grades with us. So eventually we're going to get them from the school, but we would like to know them, at the start, what are your grades, what courses you've taken, things like that.
And my other question is, someone had a question.
Yeah. Will I be able to look back at this video? So I'm assuming, you want to look at the recording. Ms. Mitchell, with that?
Yes, I have downloaded pretty much all the recordings, and I'm going to put them together in one link. So the whole month of quarantine chats, with the exception of 2 videos that for some reason mine, I don't know why mine wouldn't record, and somebody else's, but so you can go back and look at all of them. But specifically, Kayla, if you email me, I can go ahead and send you this one so that you can go ahead and have it and you won't have to wait for the whole bundle of them. I can send that to you special.
Was there one more question?
Yes, the deadline for the essay.
Okay. Well, I do have sort of a deadline, let's say, for the application. And that would be June 12th because our program starts on the 22nd. And we do want to have, after we get your application, we do want to have like a one-on-one kind of online meeting with you and your parent, just to, make sure we understand everything, make sure there's no additional questions, and just kind of finalize the application. And then you would be able to enter. We also want to have an orientation for all of our students and parents before it starts on June 22nd. So that week before, we'll have an orientation. And so the essay ideally would be done by the 12th, with everything else. Again, I'm willing to work with you and help you deal with that, finish it, complete it. So we have gotten applications without the essay yet, and I'm still trying to track down those students and get those essays completed. So I prefer not to have to do that again, but I'm not going to, personally, I'm not going to say that's, you have to have it there. Maybe Angela can put down on that, but let's try to get it done by the 12th with everything else.
And guys, I'll kind of be around after school for a little bit because there's a couple of days that I have to work. So I try to kind of keep my Upward Bound life and my Norristown life separate. But in this case, because of Corona, just go ahead. If you want to email me your essays and have me look over them for you, I can help you do that too. Okay.
So you can send it to Ms. Mitchell. You can send it to me. I will work with you if you need help, just to even start. We don't want the essay to be a barrier for you joining this program. So while it's a part of it, we will assist you with that application. Any other questions?
One more. How fast will you know when you're accepted or not?
Okay.
If you're accepted?
So once we have your application, both student and parent form, then we can arrange that interview with your parents involved. And then pretty much shortly after that, normally I would meet in person with the parents and the student. And then, I'd talk to Angela about it, just make sure everything's good, everything's appropriate. We have the information that we need. And if we do, Angela would, call the parent and the student and, welcome them to the program. So it'd be similar to that. So it'd be pretty quick after we have that one-on-one interview. So I'm hoping, if you get your application to me this week, I can schedule that interview by next week, and have that taken care of. And then maybe by the end of next week, be in the program.
We had a question of what if I'm having trouble filling out the special forms? Call us.
Yeah.
Call me, call Ms. Mitchell, call Mr. Dan. We are willing to help you. And then also we have a Spanish teacher who can serve as a translator. So if you need some assistance and prefer to communicate in Spanish, the application can be completed as well.
Yeah.
And we did provide the links to the application.
Yeah. We do have some, current students whose parents have limited English. And so, we have someone who can help with that.
So, all right, guys. So between the three of us, you can contact any of us, and I have their numbers in case you lose it or didn't copy and paste it. Our goal here is to kind of make sure that you guys succeed, that you get ahead of the curve, that you stay ahead of the game, and that, you're as best prepared as you can be, as you leave our gates at Norristown High School. So with you guys being in 10th grade going to 11th, that's going to increase the chances of, you guys being able to be at the schools, being accepted to the schools that you want to go to, and also to have your financial affairs in order, or at least have a clear idea of what, is involved with paying for those particular schools, okay? Because by the time you guys roll around, it's still going to be what they call a buyer's market for you, or a student's market for you, because these colleges are still they're going to be bending over backwards to try to get students on campuses because of what's been going on. So it's going to be to your benefit is basically what I'm saying.
And I think Johnny had an additional question here about dual enrollment courses. So we have offered dual enrollment courses in the past, and I believe we will do that again in the future.
And just to give you guys some information about dual enrollment courses, because I know that the school is having some discussion and conversation with Montco about putting together a dual enrollment program. So as of right now, it's something that's still pending. So if you do any dual enrollment courses before the school officially does something, those classes will not go on your Norristown transcript, but when you do apply to the colleges, you're going to ask the colleges, you're going to ask the community college to send a separate transcript. So colleges will still accept that, but it will not go on your Norristown transcript. Once Norristown does do an agreement, so maybe by the time the second semester of your 11th grade year or your 12th grade year, it should be done by then they will go on your transcript. But there's a whole official process that they have to put together for that to happen.
And if you're interested in dual enrollment, we can get you in touch with the people in the programs that you're interested in. I can connect you to the advisors, to the instructors. Some of our students who graduate, are going to Montco, and I've been helping them connect with the people there. So it's another advantage. If you're interested in taking any kind of classes with Montco, either in high school or after, we can help, make those connections there.
All right, guys. So we want to thank Mr. Tersack for coming to us and talking to us about the Upward Bound program and giving you all kinds of information. So if you guys can go in the chat or unmute yourselves and say thank you for
thank you
time out of their schedules to come and talk to you guys. Because I'm sure that they are dehydrated from talking about this program, but they love it so much. We all love it so much. You see my big old bottle of water here.
I don't have any water.
You got it. So,
I'm sure I have some.
So just thank you guys again for coming and talking to the students. And if you decide that you want to try to do one more meeting before school is over, I can put something together next week and invite the same students again and just see who comes, because there are about 5 students on here that's not on our regular list today. So guys, remember that tomorrow is the last day of quarantine chats. I'm so sad but so excited at the same time because I'm tired. But tomorrow's the last day of quarantine chat. So the time for tomorrow is changed. It is at 11:30. So I just sent you an invite while we were in here because the speaker could not make 1 o'clock. And so I changed the time so we can make sure we have Mr. Alan Painter come from Dickinson College. He is one of my favorite recruiters. He's on Instagram. His name is Bowtie Papa. And he puts some real crazy stuff on Instagram. And he has 3 students, three children. One is a senior in high school. One is a senior in college. So those two students are not going to be able to have a traditional graduation. And then he has a college freshman because he's also a coach. So if you have any NCAA questions, he can answer those questions too. But he's coached all three of his kids. So the oldest one does track, the middle one does track, and the youngest one does football. So he wasn't even able to see his daughter run this season because her season started literally the week after they shut us down. So he's also going to have perspectives as a parent, an admissions officer, a coach, and he's just a great person for you guys to hear from. So it is tomorrow, Dickinson College, Allen Painter at 11:30. Please make sure you bring a friend. And for all of you who have been in my quarantine chats at least once, I have something for you. I have a class that I'm going to be teaching this summer in July that I'm going to actually give you guys a free ticket to so that you can sit in on. And we're going to be talking about essays and college recommendations. It's a class for juniors, but I'll let you guys sit in on that class. And I'm going to try to whip together something else special for you guys because you guys have been really consistent with being here, and I really, really appreciate it. So I might have to dig into my Norristown fund and get y'all something. So if y'all want a gift card or something, where's a good place to get it from? Let's see if we get something in the chat. Where do y'all want gift cards from? Now, you're not getting nothing for $50, but that's just too much. But if we get you some gift cards, where's some good places to get them from? I know Chick-fil-A is a good one, Wawa's a good ones. What else? Oh, I guess they don't want anything. Amazon. Okay, y'all do Amazon? I thought that was just for the old people. That's it? Just Amazon? Walmart? Okay, I thought that was for the old people too. See, what do I know, Miss Angela?
Nothing. You don't know anything.
Okay, now they got the Chick-fil-A. I see that.
Featuring my boss in the back. So I was going to say Chick-fil-A too.
Now, see, that's what I'm talking about. It's Miss Celia, right?
Yes.
Girl, you are at work. That's what I'm talking about. She is
With her mask.
with her mask on
And
her,
still listening.
look, on her break.
Wow. Showing the boss in the back.
That's what I'm talking about. You need to keep her, sir.
He can't hear you. But yes, this
You
is
need to
a
keep
program.
her. Where do you work?
Well, it's one of two jobs. One is like Cosmos Pizza, and then this one is Team Children. It's like an organization that gives away computers with laptops and stuff, and educational like programs for kids. And lately, like for the past few weeks, we got like a lot of orders and stuff from like the Andrew Hicks Foundation for to go to computers in like Chester and stuff like that because like the schools weren't providing for them.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Okay, well, y'all saw that online interview she just did for her Upward Bound application. I'm just saying right there.
Yes, she did. There's her essay right there.
She showed her receipts that she has 2 jobs and her boss. That's what I'm talking about.
So yeah, it's like kind of stressful because I'm also the second oldest of 8. So
Mhm.
yeah, the youngest is 1.5. I'm 16, and then my older sister is 19. And like this whole Corona situation like messed up like her getting her driver's license and all that. And yeah, because I wanted her to move out. I wanted her room.
Now, Miss Aaliyah, this is being recorded. So do I need to edit this out, or is it okay to leave this in?
The part where I said I wanted her room.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she's not gonna care about that.
True.
Okay, because you came on. It's being recorded, so you came on afterward.
Mhm.
All right, girl. Will you be safe at work? So everybody else, I will see you tomorrow. Make sure you bring a friend. I sent the invite, and if you want to, you can open up the invite and just put their email address in there, or you can send them the link, okay? So thank you guys so much. If Miss Angela and Mr. Dan, if you can hang around after, that would be great. But everybody else, see you tomorrow.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you guys for joining, and hope to see
Be
you.
safe.
Thank you. Bye.